Hello. Well, here it is. Very green. I have had regular, very Gggreennn, just one Gggreennn. And that was one of my favorite double IPAs ever, so I'm expecting this to be pretty darn good. Never had it before. Not sure what this 7 here means, but it was canned June 24th. So that means it was canned like 10 days ago. The label is a little bit confusing to me. Can't really tell what's going on. Some figures of human beings in different shades of green. What is it, 8.2% or something like that? Doesn't even say on the can. Sometimes they don't do that. But we shall see. I was able to get 2 of these cans, so I'll get to revisit it again. Maybe wait a little bit if it seems like it's a little bit harsh and astringent, but remember Very Green being very nice, very fresh, so I'm expecting this to be ready to go right now. And it's finally not hot and humid around here, so you'll get a nice head retention in this video, as you should from Treehouse beers, and getting very interesting big aromas already. But it's pretty darn pale, though it's extremely opaque. And some people might say murky, but for me murky tends to mean grayish brown, and this is not that at all. It is still very golden yellow. And even when I hold it to the light, I cannot. There's like no shadow really gets through it. The head looks fantastic. Fine little bubbles, big soapy bubbles, and it's not too fizzy. Yep. Yeah, I think people like green so much because Treehouse really knows how to turn Galaxy into such a palatable experience. So many other brewers, they use Galaxy, it makes your beer super hazy, gives an explosive flavor, but sometimes it's harsh. A lot of times it's quite harsh. It gives you a big pop in the mouth, and people think that's all that really matters, but I like it to be a pleasant drinking experience, not just an extreme explosion of flavor and then harshness. And this one smells like that. It's got that green thing from Galaxy that the closest thing I can equate it to is menthol, maybe eucalyptus, but there's plenty of like creamy pineapple, which I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe pina colada. It smells like that. Yeah, pina colada is a pretty good thing because you get this sweet maltiness that's a little husky, maybe a hint of soapiness too, that all comes together to be slightly coconutty maybe. Yep. It's not ultra sweet pineapple. It's not like canned pineapple tidbits and syrup. It's not like that. Just barely ripe, fresh pineapple. And that really kind of describes it a lot. It's maybe papaya, the sugary notes in there. Not quite guava. Well, maybe a little bit guava. Guava seems to be a little bit more stringent and almost kind of a piney tropical fruit in some ways. But it's not a scary aroma at all. I'm not getting booze. It smells like it's going to be soft and creamy. Yeah, it is. Ooh. It's basically the same flavor as the aroma for the most part, but very nice and creamy. Like it's like lime and melon, pineapple creamsicle. Really nice. I don't know what they say on this. They don't even give you a descriptor or anything. Just give you a little bit of hype. Basically, juice of the highest order is what they say, and it's definitely very juicy. That's sort of a key lime thing. There's a good bitterness, but when you swallow it, it does seem like I had some kind of creamy lime cocktail, key lime type flavors. It does get spicier. But the body is so velvety, and the carbonation just so smooth and not bubbly, and doesn't give you a bite. What gives you a bite is just the huge hop smack, and then there's some drying out on the tongue, probably from a lot of the hop oils and things resulting from the insane dry hopping amount they use for this, I'm sure. But there are some IBUs when you swallow would linger, but not too much. But rolling it over your tongue is really silky, and then it's not until you swallow it that you get a little bit of a bite, but it's not unpleasant at all. I'm not getting any throat burn. Maybe I'll have some of that by the end of the can. A lot of people call it the hop burn, but I feel like it makes more sense because it's really in the throat. That's where it lingers unpleasantly with some of these beers. That's just very, very drinkable and really unique. Their yeast isn't coming up quite as much. I usually get some kind of banana sort of thing. It's hard to describe. It's somewhere in between Hefeweizen and Belgian yeast. Well, this doesn't have that. The hops are just so strong that it's kind of not canceling it out, but covering up some of those sweeter ester notes that you get from the yeast. There's actually a little bit of lacing. It's still got some nice foam cap on there, but it is rather in your face, I have to say. Maybe I'll wait a couple weeks to have my next can. Maybe I'll have it side by side with King Julius. I got a can of that. That would be a rather decadent review. That might be fun because they might have similar bases. Actually, no, I don't think so. I think there's a whole Gggreennn base and King Julius base, and that's what combining those different bases and hops, I think, is what made Juice Machine, which is actually really nice. That was a little bit milder, but this is being very Gggreennn. It's going to have it's not just a bigger imperial version of green. It's then the amped up, or should you say double dry hop version of the imperial version. So it's kind of taking Galaxy to the edge. But it's fantastic. And I kind of like that little hint of bite and bitterness, but it's still not unpleasant or anything. It's just balancing out that big full body. Yeah, this is another one. It's like 4.75, I'd say. Can't really ask for anything more. And I love how limey it is. It's not a character that I always associate with Galaxy. It's just a special treehouse touch and what it brings out, I guess. Obviously a good beer. I'm done. Bye.